Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact puzzle video, explanation video, guide video on a new puzzle in regards to Tsurumi Island. So, if you have now completed the 4th day of quests on Tsurumi Island, which has you do the whole red fog, you have to kill the thundering manifestation in the middle of Mount Kana, and then you have to like do a sad story with Rue and a bunch of stuff with the story. And if you finish that 4th day of quests, when you go back to Tsurumi Island, primarily in this area, you'll be seeing a lot of these ghosts here. If you look around, you'll just see some blue ghosts appearing and disappearing periodically as you kind of explore this little area. But there's a handful of actual interactable ghosts, like these ones, named around the map. There's a handful of these around that you actually can talk to and get a kind of puzzle that you have to figure out when you talk to them. And so in this video, I'm going to be going to all the ones that I can find using the interactive map, and I'm going to be showing you guys the answers to these because you do get some chests as a reward when figuring out the puzzle. So I did actually do one beforehand, but I do still have the answers. I did do one beforehand, and that's the first one we'll cover, and that is to do with a bit of a hide and seek. So let's just jump into that one. So for the hide and seek ghost, you're going to want to travel over to Chise Shrine right here in the middle of it. You're going to want to go to the actual middle building here and look for the hole. Down here in this kind of a bush, you'll be able to find where she is first hiding. The ghost name is Nonno. You talk to her and then she'll invite you to play a game of hide and seek. But that is where she first starts. To find her a second time, you're going to jump over to a bit more to the west side of the island. She'll be hiding in the middle of these two rocks. She's on the other side of the building that we were just at. There's the big tree. You just want to come in between this kind of wall area. She'll be hiding there as the second spot. For her third hiding location, she'll be hiding right here by this little rocky ledge, right in front of the big tree that we had to do for the quest. She'll be hiding right here, kind of next to this bush. For the fourth and second last location, she's going all the way to the front of Chise Shrine, right here next to the entrance, and she'll be hiding right next to this tree right here. And for her final location, she's going to come all the way to the back side of Chise Shrine, all the way where the tree is. She'll be hiding right behind it, and once you speak to her, she'll tell you that she's disappearing, and then she will also reward you with an exquisite chest, which is a fine reward with 20,000 primos and 30,000 mora. Forgot how much it was, but 30,000 mora. And that is the first ghost, finding Nonno. For the next puzzle is the one that we started at the intro with. This is Rero. You'll find him kind of in the middle of the map here. And when you speak to him, he'll talk to you about finding something. And after you speak to him again and whatnot, he'll tell you to go to Chise Shrine. Her grave should be right beside it. You're looking for a grave. Now, I don't believe this is actually in Chise Shrine because I did a bit of exploring. So we're just going to look around here until I find the answer. So the location of the burial site for Rero's little puzzle, which is, again, because I'm recording this about like 45 minutes after now doing a bunch of other stuff. The location of his kind of grave digging operation that he sent you to is right here by this tree in Chise Shrine. If we open up the map here, we'll go to this little kind of mountain ridge, but it's not really at the mountain. It's at this little tree rather. And you go here, you dig up with F, and a mob will spawn apparently. That's news to me, I didn't know that was going to happen. But yes, a mob will spawn, and I assume after you kill him, you'll get a bunch of loot that you take back to Rero. After you kill him, Rero comes out, and he is talking a bunch. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but I'm guessing, let me actually just read a bit here. He just says goodbye, and we get a chest at the site of where we dug. And it is a precious chest, which is quite nice. For the next ghost, you're going to want to come down to the actual burial mound here, just at the right next to this waypoint. Just jump down, and the ghost that you'll find is named Una. This one actually doesn't give you a chest, but she just does a bit of dialogue, and she gives you 3 Sakura blooms, just so that's a quick little reward that you can get from a nearby ghost. Moving on to this very westernly island over here, we are able to find 2 NPCs called Kito and Kina, which I think have some connection to the NPC Una, but we'll have to wait and see till we see the dialogue. Yeah, so they do have a connection to Granny Una, and I presume this might be the actual reward. Instead of the 3 Sakura blooms, we might get something else from these 2. So it seems you just have to give them some Sakura blooms, so I think you have to give them one each. So we give one to Kito or whoever it was. It just seems that you have to provide them with some sakura blooms. They tell you to go to Chirai Shrine, and after going to the waypoint to Chirai Shrine, you can actually just find them standing over here, both Kito or Kita and Kino, can't remember the names. Find them standing right here, right in front of it over there. And then you have to give them some more sakura blooms, it seems. So just give them another one sakura bloom. And then they tell us to go to the southwest, which is the Otake Plains. And as for the Otake Plains location, they are actually down by just underneath this little ridge here. You'll find them standing right next to this little rocky wall area. Talk to them again to continue the puzzle. And once again, you just give them another flower to continue the puzzle. We're going down to the river down south to fish for some puzzles. So that is the next location we need to find them at. And as for the river that you'll find them at, it's literally just the river down south. Where this little waterfall area is. You want to just come here and then jump off and hopefully have enough stamina to make it to them. And they're standing right here next to one of those similar rocks. Talk to them again to continue the puzzle. Again, need to give them another sakura bloom to continue the puzzle slash quest, whatever this is really. And they tell you to go to an area which is described as there's a mountain hollow on the north side of Mount Senna. It's a real secret, or it's real secret and everything. I have no clue where that is off by heart, so I guess I'll have to figure that out. But it says the north side of Mount Senna. Now I know exactly where they are because it's changed to Mount Kana, and that was a typo to trick me. Good job, game. Good job. Okay. And as for this next location, you want to come down to just in this little crevice just above Mount Kana, where the water is though. You want to stay down on the ground level. And you want to just walk into this little crevice looking area. This is that little hollowed point that the two children mentioned. And again, just speak to them to continue the puzzle. They ask us to go back to Granny Una. I presume we're going to get another reward from her after we do something. From the completion of Kito and Kino's little puzzle, we get a precious chest, which is pretty cool. We get 30 primos, a hero's wit, and 20,000 mora from that chest. Now we're just going to go back to Granny Una and see what else she gives us. And arriving at Granny Una, we're just going to go here and see what she's doing. Can we just, where do we place this parcel? Just like, Granny? What's this parcel do? What does this parcel mean? Amazingly enough, the quest or the whatever they told us to do doesn't seem to be working, so I have no clue what that means. Yeah. Moving over to the Otake Plains, right about this location here, we have a character called, or a ghost rather, called Chise, and let's just have a look at what her dialogue has to give us. So key clue here, only those who wield the thunder can bring them back to life, and only those who can traverse the fog can find them. In the Otake Plains, there seems to be a puzzle to light up these stones here. Now, I believe I've already done that, and it's moderately annoying that the puzzle hasn't already instantly solved, but I could be wrong, because I do believe that the quest is actually referencing these rocks right here, because from my understanding, they're the only rocks here that need lighting to be lit up. But I will get back to you guys once I either don't figure it out or I do figure it out, because these puzzles are getting a bit out of hand in their obscurity. And so guys, I just started talking to Chise now after lighting up all the little stones here in the back. I'm going to pop up a map of all the locations for them, pause the video, or you can go into the interactive map to check the locations for all these stone or electro monuments. But what you have to do is light up every single one of them in the Otake Plains area. There are a fair few out in random locations. You don't have to get those. You just need to get these specific ones in the Otake Plains location. Once you get those, you come back and talk to Chise and she'll continue her dialogue. But really quickly, I'll warn you that some of them, like this one that you're seeing right here in the background, they have to be, like, you have to reveal them by using the peculiar opinion on the little Thunderbird here. I think there's 2 or 3 of these, don't quote me on the exact number, but there is some amount of them that you have to use the feather on the bird to actually spawn it. And then once you light up all these stone statues by using an electro character onto them, you use an electro ability, you light them up, they have this little circle, you're able to talk to Chise again, and then she'll spawn you a precious chest. And for one of the puzzles here, there is 4 conches that you have to collect throughout the whole of Tsurumi Island, and these 4 conches will reward you with a fragment of a treasure map. The locations of those 4 conches are down in, or up rather, in Shirokoro Peak at the very bottom of the whole mountain. By some water, you'll find a blue conch that gives you a fragment of a map. The second fragment is over by these this little boat wreck ship, whatever it is. You'll find 1 blue conch there with a fragment in it. The third fragment will be in these kind of ruins here where I'm standing. It'll actually be kind of jammed in between a few rocks here or so, somewhere in this general vicinity in front of me. And then the 4th fragment will be located up on top, or rather near the Shrine of the Seven, up on top of the actual total island. It'll be down by these docks. You'll be able to very clearly see it. It's a shiny blue shell, and that will give you the 4th fragment. And after you collect all 4 conches, guys, you have to come over to the Shrine of the Seven on Tsurumi Island. And once you get here, go behind it towards the kind of backside of it, and you'll find the ghost of Shitoki. Talk to him and he'll give you some stuff. He'll convert those 4 fragments into an actual treasure map. And if we go into our inventory and read the treasure map, it will show the location of the treasure, which is in the center of the island. When you get to the center of Mount Kana, what you're going to be looking for is in between these 2 rocks right here. You'll get the option to dig. When you dig it up, you'll get a precious chest, which is quite cool. And right next to the ground, you can read a piece of paper, which is the Big Brother's letter. If you're paying attention to the story, then you'll know what that is. I haven't really. Now, for this next ghost, I have very little information. The interactive map tells you there is a ghost here, but after a bit further research online, apparently he appears after you fish up a fish from this pond here. Now, I'm not sure if that actually is the case. We're just going to give it a go right here, because apparently he's meant to just appear after you fish up something. And so let's give this a go. Hopefully this won't take too long. Oh, and it seems to be true. So, after you fish up a fish at that pond, he appears. You're pretty good at fishing. Reckon there's room for improvement though. And the whole concept of his kind of little quest thingy is that you just want to start fishing, and apparently you want to fish out one of his charms or an item of his. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but I'll get back to you guys when I do it. Is this meant to take this long? I've literally almost ran out of fish. So I've ran out of fish to fish in the fishing pond, and I haven't gotten an extra item, and apparently I was fishing in the wrong area. So I just talked to him again, and he says there's an isle. You'll find an isle west of the Otake Plains that faces 3 waterfalls. The charm I'm searching for is in the waters west of that small island. So this island so on the west side of this island. Oh my god, so complicated, really, please. So there doesn't seem to be any straightaway visual fishing pond here, but I do know for a fact that this Thunderbird statue hasn't been used. So I think if we do this now, it'll create a fishing pond. Yep, I knew it. Okay, so what you have to do is when you get to this island for the Ippei part of the quest or the puzzle, you want to use the peculiar opinion on this statue, and it will spawn a pond here to fish from, and this is where you can actually fish the charm from. So let's get into that. And I think after fishing up all the fish, yep, we just got the charm just there. So I think if we now head back to Ippei, who is on Chiraya Shrine, we'll be able to finish off the quest. Talk to him again and submit the item. And now we can finally board the boat in peace. And from that little puzzle, we get another precious chest, which is quite nice. And that was Ippei's puzzle. Now for another puzzle that I did have to do a bit more background research on through the internet. Apparently, because this one also doesn't appear on the map, on the interactive map that is, I looked up just ghost puzzle, and apparently this is, if you pick up all these funguses here, all these fluorescent funguses, a ghost is meant to appear, Abe. But apparently you're not meant to get anything from this. It just says that he comes here, yells at you. That guy must just now, did you see that? Must have been an illusion. And apparently that's about all he does, is he just yells at you. So I think in the grand scheme of things, you might have to do this. But I do it just in case, I guess. And okay guys, let's conclude this video. So in regards to the 3 ghosts that you haven't gotten a chest from, which is Una here, who is in the grave burial ground, Abe, who is the fluorescent fungus guy, and the Boatman, these 3 are currently unknown of how to do because Una here, we were told by Kita and Kino to come and give her a package, but whenever you speak to her, she just goes to sleep, so there's no real way to kind of know how to do this one yet. Abe, I'm just going to go back and pick up those fluorescent mushrooms every single time from now on, so that might take a bit longer than a week to do. Maybe we have to just annoy him a lot more times, and then it's assumed that Boatman will be the final ghost that you have to solve after you've solved all the other ghosts, and then they all board a ship together and you get a luxurious chest. That's the assumption that I'm going under. So this video shows you the locations and the puzzles for all of the other ghosts except Abe, Una, and the Boatman, because those are still unknown. I will make an updated video for those 3 as soon as I know how to do all 3. I'll definitely make a video for that to inform you guys when it's available as well. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one was a hell of a one to make. I've been here for like 4 to 5 hours straight just figuring out puzzles. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Also comment down below what you think of the puzzle, and as well, do you like the puzzle? Because I definitely don't. It was a pain in the ass. Also, ring the notification bell to stay notified of when I upload. And yeah, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.